The meeting will come to order. It is the purpose to align our infamous forces against the powers of good and defeat them, leaving us, the rulers of the world. To do this, we have gathered together the most ruthless villains on earth. The frigid, the awesome, and the humorous but sinister.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Ruthless Villains podcast.
Why are you yelling?
Because the mic's not close to my mouth.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Do you want me to do another one?
No, that's perfect.
All right, good.
I like being able to shit on you.
Oh, that works.
Like during the intro and shit.
I am your host, or one of your hosts.
I am your host. I am all.
Jaime Garcia.
What's going on? I'm Louis. Esoteric. Not my real name, but.
Whatever. Names are names.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
God damn it.
Fuck
Fucking
it.
bullshit.
Not like
all fucking three of you listening.
And all three
I don't want to
of them,
hear any fucking complaints.
And two of them are Jordan Peele and. That's gonna be
For sure they're not listening. For fucking sure.
That's gonna be our running joke.
We're gonna have to shout out Jordan Peele and shit every day.
One day, I'm just gonna send the next episode drops. I'm just gonna send it to his Twitter handle.
He's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?
Y'all quit using my name."
Yeah, I'm making art, not making this bullshit.
Oh, have you seen the new preview for Us?
Which one?
I guess the one that just came out a week ago.
What is like a TV spot or is it a new trailer?
It's a TV spot, I think. It doesn't show much. It doesn't show much. It shows them in the house, and then it shows her being afraid, and then it shows Bill Dukes being cool and without an accent, and
yeah,
and the family sitting on the couch.
Yeah, I think I've seen it like sporadically and shit.
It's getting.
Dude, that shit's coming out in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's gonna be something awesome to watch.
Yeah, dude.
And I hate scary movies, but I'll go watch this.
But are they ever really scary movies?
The suspense ones like this? No, not really.
No.
That's what's supposed to be scary is the suspense.
Yeah.
But that doesn't bother me. And like I said, demons and monsters scare the shit out of me.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, that shit super creeped up. Like, didn't the first trailer just drop like a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Shit's wild. Oh shit, spoilers if you haven't fucking seen it. All right, let's fuck. My head's bouncing all over the place with all this Marvel shit, dude. It's so fucking like
it's just so much right now.
Yeah, but I mean in the best way possible.
In the only good way there is.
All right. Let's talk about our experiences in the theater, and then we'll start talking about the actual Captain Marvel movie and shit.
Okay.
All right. So I went Thursday.
Okay.
With my kid, caught the fucking 7:45 showing and shit. So we get in the theater. Me and my kid are just talking. All the trailers go by. We're talking about it. Dark Phoenix comes on. We shit on that hard, and then fucking. So they start up the fucking movie. Again, spoilers if you haven't seen it. They open up the Marvel logo, where typically they show. Segments from the past Marvel movies. They did it strictly of they compiled all of Stan Lee's clips and threw them into that fucking logo, which was like holy shit. Like probably the coolest fucking unexpected tribute that I thought I would see.
It hit me hard, man. Just starting off the movie
dude.
with fucking tears in my eyes.
So it starts like that, and that's already enough.
Yeah.
And then they cut to black. And then they show like the smallest like text, and it says "Thank you, Stan," which is just perfect. Right?
Yep.
The entire theater quiet.
Really?
Quiet. They're just like you hear the like at the beginning, and all I say is, "Oh, you bitches got me already." The whole theater laughs, dude. And then after that, I was like, "Well, I mean, that's enough." You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah. Let's see. Got off of work, hauled ass to the theater. I went to the 11:10 showing or 11:15, I don't know, around that time, at the Draft House. Got there, got down, got to my seat with plenty of time. Started watching, clips about Brie Larson and all the music she's written, and they showed the scene from Scott Pilgrim, which was awesome. And then it reminded me of the thing I saw earlier about Scott Pilgrim beat up Superman and Captain America.
Yeah. And if you haven't been to Alamo Draft House, I know they're nationwide, right?
Nationwide, I don't know. I believe so.
I think they're taking. I mean, they originated in Texas.
They
but
originated in
started
Texas,
moving
yeah.
them out and shit. But if you haven't been to one, they do this really cool thing where they do like a, what would you call it? Like a compilation of
They give you
similar footage and
right,
topics.
like Star Wars. They showed you a whole bunch of old school Star Wars clips, and they gave you information about characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For this movie, they showed you a lot about Brie Larson, so you can learn who Brie Larson was.
Yeah.
If you didn't know who Brie Larson was.
Yeah.
And then they showed you they took you back to the original Captain Marvel, and how there were two Captain Marvels at one time between DC and Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, then they showed clips from Shazam, which is also coming out soon.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I actually can't wait for that either. That'll be 3 more weeks from now, I believe.
Yeah.
And then, so then after all that, of course, we get a couple guys come sit next to me, because there are people sitting next to me.
Yep.
Some bigger dudes, so we're kind of like squishing in there. But they were pretty cool guys, and we started talking, and then right then, the movie starts. So goes to black, and then you see the 10-year anniversary thing and all the clips, but it's all Stan.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh my God, that's so cool. Look at Stan, and I'm gushing. And the dude sitting next to me looks at me and he's like, "Are you crying?" And I'm like,
"None of your fucking business."
Yeah.
You're like, I've fought men for less. Don't you dare question my tears.
I was like, just a little. And then he kind of laughed, which was kind of mean, but in a nice way.
It's kind of funny.
I guess. I'm turning into fucking Kevin, I guess.
I think it's the age. You're about the same age, right?
No, he's like almost 10 years older than me.
I think you have that backwards.
No. I'll look that up right now. But
nah.
Anyway, and then
because if you're a new listener, Jaime is considerably older than I am.
Considerably older.
Okay, so he's looking at the screen.
So we're watching the screen, then it says "Thank you, Stan," and
damn right.
Everybody just starts clapping and woo, you know, which is great because that's the second time that's happened at the Alamo, and I love that because people, for me that kind of takes me back to when movies used to be, you would sit there and you would clap at the end of the movie, or you know.
Oh yeah.
And so that was pretty dope. And then of course Sam comes on the screen and Brie Larson to keep your phones quiet and shut the fuck up.
Yep. Wait, they did the intro?
Yeah.
He's like, if I hear one motherfucking phone,
basically he said,
I'm hunting I'm getting my flocking on you.
He basically said Brie Larson will whoop your ass, and she didn't know what he was talking about because she was eating popcorn.
Fair enough.
And so then the movie starts, and boom, there we go. We're off on an adventure.
All right, so we're talking about this shit.
Captain Marvel.
Overall, what did you think?
Overall, I thought it was an okay movie. I thought it was good. Okay as in I liked it. I didn't see much wrong with it. I didn't like the growing up in the 90s, so all their nostalgia and everything.
Yeah.
It's hitting me right in the face, and I'm like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that. There could have been more.
There could have been more?
Like the music could have been a little bit better. They had a couple of great songs, but I mean, you could have used more than that.
I mean, they hit the important shit.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, TLC, I get it, but they played TLC twice.
What do you mean twice?
They didn't use Ace of Base.
Ugh. I would have walked out if they would have played some Ace of Base.
You would not have walked out if they played Ace of Base. They could have played. They could have played Informer at one point by Snow.
If they would have played Snow, I would have for sure fucking walked. I was like, this is bullshit.
No Vanilla Ice.
Oh, would have walked out too.
How that no Crisscross, no MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Those are staples in the 90s.
Yeah, but they're doing more like.
They did more late 90s grunge and metal era, which is fine. Like I said, it's a small thing to be pissed off about.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily say it. Like,
I mean, it was a cool thing to see a Radio Shack, but those are kind of still around.
Are they?
A few. I mean, hell, there's still one Blockbuster left from my understanding.
Yeah, I've read that article, yeah. But yeah, I mean, the 90s shit, I've heard a couple people talking about that it was kind of overbearing.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's the fucking night. Like, literally, if you would have fucking walked out, into any city, you'd see a fucking Blockbuster. You see the Radio Shack. You probably see them in the same fucking shopping center.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for sure. And then all the music and shit, like, I dug the choices.
I wasn't mad at it.
I guess the editing was a bit weird, but I don't know if it was just the theater that I was in. You know what I'm saying?
Do each theater do their own editing on a
No,
movie?
not the editing, but the sound level.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? So the theater that I was in, it was a little bit lower. But I know, like, if you would have saw it in a fucking IMAX, that shit would be fucking blaring. You know what I'm saying? Because the sound's so sick in there. So, like, that was my only like nitpick, like with the soundtrack and shit. But I think it really had to do with the theater that I was in. Like, it was just really low. Like,
it just wasn't good sound quality.
Yeah, the sound quality was so off. So I definitely want to go see it like in IMAX or some shit. Yeah, probably soon. But yeah, I didn't have a problem with the '90s shit at all.
All in all, the movie it's good. You know, of course, I'm gonna go watch it again.
Yeah,
just to see if I can pick up on anything else. When the spoilers, if you haven't seen it,
spoilers.
There's gonna be lots of spoilers in this, just so y'all know.
For real, but might as well just turn the shit off if you haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, or if you don't. I mean, even if. Just don't fucking. If you don't want to know, don't fucking listen to this shit.
That's true.
We're going in deep.
Yeah, we're gonna go in deep. You know, I always thought Skrulls were the enemy.
They are in the books.
Well, so they did a complete 180 on them, didn't they?
Well, I mean, just to fucking keep you guessing, dude.
I guess, yeah, it worked. I mean, I wasn't expecting that
super
at all.
Like the dude from
I thought I was expecting a big turnaround on that too.
Fuck, I forgot the actor's name, but the dude that was playing the head Skrull.
Yeah.
He was also in Ready Player One. Ben Mendelsohn. That dude, he did a really good job. Even with all that prosthetics and shit. He really fucking conveyed all the emotions and shit. And then when he was reunited with his like Skrull family, that was so pretty fucking touching, dude.
It was so nice. I think they should have gone with the neon suit, by the way. Spoilers, you'll see if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool how it could change colors like that.
That was cool. I was wondering how they were going to get to that part. But
I thought they were going to spray paint it when she was like, let's go do this.
Yeah.
Well, it was like, bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah. Magic well, apparently it's similar tech to Star-Lord's helmet.
Oh, the
way it kind of phases and shit. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because, I mean, Star-Lord mentions, like, getting a scar from a Kree girl or some shit. Like,
does he?
Yeah. So, Mike. Yeah. Remember, he's trying to talk down
I don't even
Drax and shit from killing Gamora.
I don't know. We couldn't even remember the one thing a minute ago. I don't even remember what it was. I was going to look it up. Oh, yeah, how Ronan died. I don't care anymore.
If he died, yeah.
He died. We'll just say he died. But yeah, I don't remember. I remember him talking about it, but I don't remember him saying a Kree girl.
He says Kree girl, yeah.
Did he say Kree?
Yeah.
But are the Kree gone?
Don't fucking huh?
Are the Kree gone?
No. I don't know. No.
That's what she goes back for.
No, she goes back to
end the war and beat the shit out of all of them.
No, she goes back to help collect the scroll.
To put them on their own planet.
Yeah.
But then she also said she was going to go back to end this war.
That's what I'm saying. She spent all these 20 years looking for these hubs of scrolls to get them to safety. You know what I mean?
Okay, got you.
Because the dude was like, you know, there's a bunch of us that
what I want to know
don't have a home.
How come their planet or whatever is called Hala?
Hala?
Like Valhalla?
Hala. I don't know.
That's kind of weird.
Tupac fans?
Holla so?
If you hear me.
Well, I was just thinking because that's when you die in Thor's world, that's where you go.
Valhalla.
Same place.
No.
Sure.
Hala and Valhalla are some completely different.
I mean, I could have sworn I saw what's his name there walking around. His Thor's dad.
Odin.
Yeah.
So
the movie was great.
Okay, the whole switch up with the scrolls not being technically bad guys.
Right.
Different from the books, but I fucked with it. Like I enjoyed it. Unless
they come back later on to try to take over.
I don't know. Maybe there's like an offshoot of scrolls that are like, maybe they're fuck you guys. Off. Yeah. Like extremists or whatever.
Maybe when she leaves, they end up getting fucked over.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot they could do with that story,
Right.
which I don't even think
Of
they'll
course.
dip into an Endgame.
No, of course. Why that would be
Like,
because this.
how do you know Fury? Well, we know each other from the 90s. I had to go help these Skrulls. Skrulls are alien, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Well, that's what they're gonna
all
have to
that
explain. In,
all the
yeah.
exposition and shit. But I don't think they'll go that deep because if they're gonna do a sequel, I think they'll touch on it.
Oh, of course, they're gonna do a sequel to Captain America.
Captain
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Of
Well,
course.
apparently she signed like a 7-movie deal.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So she's
And
gonna take. She's basically taking over.
I mean,
She's gonna take over Chris Evans' spot.
That's one of the theories. One of the theories is
Well, who are the
Tony Stark and Captain America are out. You know what I'm saying?
course.
Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, they're calling it quits. So T'Challa and Carol are going to be those lead roles of
With-
Avengers and shit.
with Mackie and
Yeah, I mean, depending on what actors want to stay and shit.
how many more movies does what's his name have?
Who?
Holland.
Tom Holland? That I don't know. But,
Because
I mean,
his
for the
contract with
most...
Sony. It's with Sony,
It's
right?
through Sony, yeah.
Right. And
But,
they
I
just get to
mean,
borrow 'em.
Sony's going to keep making their offshoot of Spider-Man movies, but I think, and they really have no reason to change it, but I think they're going to stick with Marvel movies. You know what I'm saying? Or like the MCU.
Mhm.
They're going to keep Tom Holland in that shit.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they don't have to, technically.
They don't have to, but they could always replace him with somebody else, right?
Who?
Marvel.
Like Disney Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
No, because they don't own the rights. Sony does.
Oh, I thought they owned something.
No. Sony owns the right to Spider-Man and all their characters.
Mm.
But Sony did a deal with Disney to allow Spider-Man to be into the MCU.
Okay.
So as long they can, even if they wanted to branch away from the MCU and make their own movies,
Right.
they still could. But Disney, Marvel cannot use Tom Holland without the permission of Sony.
Okay.
But it only benefits Sony to keep making
Right.
Spider-Man movies. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because they get a spot, right?
Yeah. So I mean, Tom Holland. I mean, depending on what he wants to do and shit. But I mean, it looks like he's having fun with these Spider-Man movies, so he'll probably be around for a while.
Yeah, you can put him all the way through college.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you bring Gwen Stacy into it? not Spider Gwen. Gwen Stacy first.
See, I don't even know, dude. There's so much they can do.
Because you can
with
do
it.
alternate universes
Yeah.
eventually.
But there's so much they can do. Dude, they're fucking.
Or you can do-
They're not even out of high school yet, and they're just doing. And fucking Far From Home isn't even out yet, dog. Like
yeah, that's true.
Mysterio and the
That's true.
Elementals. Maybe it's not the Elementals. Maybe it's Hydra Man, Sandman. Who knows?
That's too much.
You know, I don't know. But still, like, they're pacing it out. They're not rushing it.
All right. Well, why would you? I mean, you're killing it right now.
Yeah.
Let your movies make money before you
Exactly.
throw another movie on top of it.
So they have him like graduating, then have him going to college. They have him freelancing for the Daily fucking.
Finally get another J. Jonah Jameson.
Dude, what are the odds that they'll bring back J.K. Simmons?
I don't see
That'd
why
be
you
so
wouldn't.
sick, right?
I mean, he was the best J. Jonah Jameson ever.
Dude, when I read comic books and
That's who you picture.
I hear his voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But dude, that'd be so sick if they were just like, no, fuck it. Let's get J.K. Simmons in this bitch.
Who did they
Get
have?
his
Who did
Jonah.
they have for Amazing Spider-Man?
What do you mean?
For J. Jonah,
And the Andrew Garfield one?
Yeah.
They never got that far.
he wasn't taking pictures in the second one.
Nope. Remember, he got all convoluted and shit, where it's like he meets Electro. He's still like apparently him and Harry have been friends, but in the first movie he didn't know shit about Oscorp, which is weird.
Nah, that is
It's
weird.
fucking stupid.
That's super stupid.
Dude, that second movie was all types of bullshit. But yeah, they didn't do the only JJ John, the only JJ they did was in the fucking Sam Raimi movies. Yeah, they didn't do it for the second franchise.
Well, then yeah, you should bring him back.
Dude, that'd be fucking dope.
He
And
did
it's
it
not
too.
like he's too old.
Too old.
That's what I'm saying.
Look what they did to.
Dude, tell these motherfuckers how flawless fucking Samuel Jackson and Clark Gregg looked in fucking
Oh my God.
Captain Marvel.
They look like they were like fucking teenagers.
Legit not calm down. Not teenagers. But they legit fucking
They look good.
like, you know how they did Robert Downey Jr. in Civil War and Michael Douglas, and they still have like a little bit of like, oh, this is a little bit cartoony, like not even cartoony, that's the wrong word. It just looks slightly off.
Okay.
Dude, this Samuel L. Jackson like de-aging shit that they did, perfect. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, it looked like I was watching
Like it was
Coming
seamless.
to America. Yeah,
it was seamless, dude. I was like, what the fuck? This is like, there was never a part where it got weird. Like, man, it was fucking wild.
Oh, you know what? Also,
Yes.
Draft House, they showed an old commercial. They were showing old 90s commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing commercials with people in the movie. What's his name? That you just said his name 5 seconds ago.
Clark Knight?
Yeah. Playing Agent Coulson.
Coulson.
Yeah, he was doing like AT&T or some shit commercials.
Sounds about right.
Or Burger King. I don't know. It was fucking hilarious. People were like, "Oh my god, it's Coulson," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's Coulson. Yay, woo, woo!" And then they showed Nirvana Unplugged. That's like the
Did
mecca
you come?
of '90s. No,
You didn't come as you are?
I haven't come in years.
Come on. That's a solid Nirvana joke.
It was a very good Nirvana joke. I laughed. I just didn't laugh out loud because I was letting everybody else
am I
laugh.
here then? God damn it.
Anyway, back to the movie.
Okay.
Because we're still getting
we haven't even dipped into it. We're just kind of sporadically talking about the movie. But okay, that first act is a little bit weird.
What
Like,
when he's teaching her and then they're fighting.
Yeah.
And,
See, like the whole.
and then why is Annette Bening there?
That was the lowest.
Is that her name?
Yeah, Annette Bening. That was the lowest part of the movie for me because everybody in her crew was fucking boring aliens and shit. And it's just a boring planet. Like, it almost reminded me of like Thor, like one of the first Thor movies, where it's like you're just surrounded by boring people. Like, there's not really anything going on.
But they had a big, huge fight scene.
Yeah, the latter of it before she gets kidnapped.
Although you really couldn't see much because of the fucking sand and shit that was kicked up and all that crap.
But I mean, it gets good.
Yeah.
Like when they actually go on that mission and all the people around her like start talking and like interacting with each other and shit, it starts getting better, but it doesn't really kick off until she's waking up from that memory extraction shit that the Skrulls are doing onto her. That's when the movie picks up gear and
of course.
And then by the time she gets to Earth, that's when it's like, all right, fuck yeah, I'm with it. Like, this is getting fun.
Right.
But that first, I don't know, dude. Like, they just didn't do a really good job of setting up her as a character. Like,
you didn't think so?
It like,
I mean,
all they really showed of her is like, oh yeah, she's kind of sarcastic,
and she gets angry very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, but still, it's
and
like,
rushes to use her powers that she doesn't quite understand yet.
Yeah. But I don't know, dude. They could have just done it. They could have done something just way better.
To me, the first act was,
like if you think about Guardians, and it's literally just Peter Quill fucking like dancing through the credits, and you're like, all right, I get it. I get what he's about. And then they go to fucking him getting abducted, and that's all you need to know about that character. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like if they would have opened up like straight in a battle scene, you know what I'm saying? Like
of what she does
like
as part of that crew.
Yeah, if Jude Law was like really leading the crew, and he was like the father figure to her and shit, and like you get to see that on the actual battlefield while they're doing a mission and shit.
It makes the third act
that would have been dope.
A lot more sufficient.
Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't even feel like that relationship is built up. Jude Law and fucking Brie Larson,
right? As big as
like they train and they fuck around a little bit, and she jokes, but by the time the end rolls around, you really have no connection between the two. So there's no real like when she finds out that he was the one that actually fucking kidnapped her or whatever. You don't feel like that betrayal. And she doesn't even look like she felt. She was just like, huh, fuck. Well, now I'm going to have to fucking kick your ass. Da-da-da. But there's not that sense of, like, your heart drops. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? You piece of shit, Jude Law? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just not that fucking emotional connection that they could have. They could have worked a little bit hard at character development with those two dudes. I mean, those.
But at least you got an homage to Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but, I mean. Come on, dude. I don't know. I'm just saying.
That was in Act 3.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that first act is the weakest for me.
Well, I mean, it's the beginning. You're you know, sometimes
Some movies got really great beginnings, dude.
yeah, but it's just
Especially in the MCU.
it's just like I said with Umbrella Academy. You have to start out slow and build its way up.
Yeah, but start off slow with character development. I think that's exactly what I said about Umbrella Academy. They took the time to go through each individual person and like establish their character and the role that they played in that family dynamic. I mean, that's just being like nitpicky. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is I didn't. Why was the Tesseract in the movie?
I guess.
Did they have the Tesseract on Earth when?
Yeah. Because remember, the Red Skull finds it. Captain America fucking fights him on that ship before he crash lands. Right.
Disappears.
The Tesseract goes off. The Red Skull
Crashes.
goes into this dimension or whatever, where he ends up with a Soul Stone.
Right.
So the Tesseract crashes with Steve Rogers. They couldn't find Steve Rogers because the Tesseract burns through the ship's floor or whatever.
Right.
And then
But they should have
fucking
already.
Howard Stark finds it in the Atlantic Ocean or whatever ocean.
Howard Stark.
Howard Stark.
When does he find it?
He finds it at the end of the movie.
At the end of the original Captain America movie?
Yeah, the first Avenger. Remember, they're looking for Cap, but he ends up finding the Tesseract.
Okay.
Well, Howard Stark holds on to it, so that's in Shield's hands, right?
No, because Fury didn't know what it was.
No. Fury knew what it was because Howard Stark was a part of Shield,
Right.
Originally with
Right.
Agent Carter.
With Agent Carter and all
So
the
they had it, right?
Right.
And then fucking Annette Bening's character, who's actually a fucking Kree, was able to get her hands onto the Tesseract
and use it.
and take it from Shield, and then left it up there with the fucking with the scrolls.
But Shield wasn't looking for the Tesseract.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson stumbled upon it.
And then he kept it.
Yeah, he kept it. And then by the time they go to Skarsgård working on the Tesseract at the beginning of Avengers, Shield has it.
Oh. Nope, still lost.
What? Red Skull burns through. Howard Stark finds it, has it with Shield. Annette Bening's character
Steals it.
takes it from Shield, uses it to help the Skrulls.
Right.
Samuel Jackson, fucking like newbie to the fucking
That's the main power source that everybody wants.
that they wanted to use to get
to
them,
build that super engine or whatever.
yeah,
to
light
help
speed,
build the
Star
destroy the
Wars
world.
shit.
Yeah.
So they used that. They kept it up there. Samuel Jackson stumbles upon it. He takes it back to Shield.
He doesn't stumble upon it. She gives it to him.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He
She
just
like literally takes it and goes, here's the Tesseract.
He happens to be the agent that fucking links up with Captain Marvel.
Got you.
It could have been another agent, but it happened to be
Should've been.
Samuel Jackson. He takes it back to Shield. Eventually, they want to fucking experiment on it, so they bring Skarsgård in there to fucking work on it.
Okay.
And then Loki shows up and takes that shit.
That's right.
Yep.
Loki takes it, and then he takes the dude with him to open the portal.
Yep.
And the cat hacking it up. That was funny.
That shit was cool.
The super end scene. The
Yeah.
end credit scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I guess one's a before credit scene and the other one's an end credit scene.
Yeah. But I dug it. I like the little adding the Tesseract because it
It connects the entire story.
yeah, it throws it threads it all together. You
And
know?
then you know why she's strong enough to beat Thanos, because she has the power of that stone.
The
basically.
Tesseract.
Yeah, it going through her entire
Yeah.
body.
All right, let's keep this shit going.
All right, second act. She on Earth. She's starting to learn who she was.
And she's kind of reluctant.
She is. She's very reluctant because she doesn't believe it.
She
doesn't
thinks
believe
that she was
real.
like they do the whole like she doesn't know, she has to find out. But the coolest thing that I think that they did was the scroll showing up and telling her, jogging her memory with that audio
from the crash.
dogfight and shit from when the Kree showed up.
Right.
That was fucking cool.
That was cool.
Like the scrolls being like, look, yo, don't fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Like I got an audio. Listen to this shit. This'll help you understand a little bit better. And it skipped all that fucking bullshit of like, oh, let's fucking like
the fish out of water got to learn everything all over again.
Yeah, dude. So I thought that was cool to make the Skrulls like an ally and shit.
Right, you made
not go like
sympathetic.
not go the easy route of like, oh yeah, we have to fight the Skrulls.
They basically did like the tyrannical government lying to their military for purposes, so they could destroy something that they want to destroy.
And it also reminded me of you like Black Mirror, right?
Yeah.
Remember the episode where the soldier like fucks up his brain chip and he thinks all these zombies that he's been killing are actually zombies, but they're actually just fucking like impoverished people.
Yes.
That's what it reminded me of.
Okay, yeah.
Like she was brainwashed to start taking out all these fucking Skrulls, but in reality, they're just these fucking refugee aliens. That was cool. I was like, cool. Holy shit.
That was cool, yeah. Yeah, it was like a Manchurian Candidate type deal.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the most part, I think we fucking talked about this. Like, we tried to talk about this fucking like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, the whole Skrulls flipping from actual villainy to fucking be like
to like be the heart of the story.
Be empathetic towards that shit. That was fucking cool. And the actor that was playing the lead Skrull, that dude fucking like killed it. Even with all those fucking bullshit prosthetics and shit, he was still acting through that motherfucker.
Well, he got to take off the prosthetics when he was pretending to play.
But he was still like bad guy. Like we're still under the impression that he's a bad guy.
Right. And that was a good twist, and that probably is what made the movie really well. The guy's name is Ben Mendelsohn again.
Mendelsohn.
There you go.
But yeah, that dude killed it. And then I liked. This is the most interesting thing is that fucking Brie Larson playing off of fucking Samuel Jackson. That's when it got fun.
With
like in the movie itself, like when Captain Marvel was playing off of Nick Fury, that's when she became more interesting.
More of like that you know how they say like buddy cop movies?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's when it started getting really fucking fun.
Did you notice that there were 2 directors on this movie as well?
Yeah. 2 directors, 3 writers.
So, are they just going to put 2 directors in every fucking movie now?
No, I don't think so.
Because Kevin Smith is the movie. Speaking of Kevin Smith.
This Captain Marvel shit is just all over the place.
Oh, that's okay.
We didn't even go linear with this bullshit.
We'll get to the 3rd act because in the 2nd act, as we're talking about right now,
all right,
is where you get your Stan Lee cameo.
No, this is the 1st act still.
Is it the 1st act?
Yeah, because she hasn't even really met Nick Fury.
Yes, she has.
She encounters him and she tries to he tries to arrest her, but then she jumps ship and fucking has that chase scene with a Skrull.
And then after that's okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right, so
the Stan Lee cameo,
which everybody wants to know about,
is fucking Stan Lee reading the Mallrats script, practicing his lines.
In the theater was the biggest. Everybody just said Mallrats out loud, which was so cool because that meant everybody at the theater has either seen Mallrats at least once, or our Kevin Smith fanboys. It was just great to see that, and then to finally see Kev's reaction.
That was the first cameo where Stan Lee was actually Stan Lee.
Exactly.
He wasn't somebody else. He
else.
was Stan Lee in that shit. And then fucking the fact that Kevin Smith exists in the MCU, that's dope.
Does that mean you can bring Jay and Silent Bob into it?
Dude, that would be fucking funny.
Just one day they're like something. They're fighting, like the Avengers are fighting right there on the street, and they're just chilled up against the wall and shit.
Yeah, they should do another 90s flick where somebody lands in the quick stop.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was probably my favorite part of the movie.
That was pretty cool, dude.
I mean, the twist
I hit you up that night, and I was like, "Have you seen it yet?" And you're like, "No, I'm about to watch it." And I was like, "I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but there's something in there for us."
Well, see, when you said that, I didn't look at that until I got
after
out of the movie,
movie?
because right when you sent that, the movie was starting.
Oh, so you didn't see that?
I didn't see that. Yeah, I saw that afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about."
Okay.
Now.
All right.
And then I didn't say anything.
Would they have ruined it for you beforehand?
No, because I would have just been sitting there looking.
Yeah.
And I probably would have missed it.
Oh, you wouldn't have missed it.
No, that's true. It was right in front of your face. But the only other way you would have seen it even closer is if the Skrull became
Jay
Stan
Muse, and it was like snooch nooch.
That would have been good too, but he has to see him.
Yeah, but dude, like I saw it, I was like, what the fuck? Like I just couldn't believe it.
I couldn't
was
believe
like,
it either.
Marvel movie, Stan Lee, Kevin Smith, like it was just all the shit that I love, like mixed into one like 3, 4, 5 second clip, and I was like, holy shit, dude, this is fucking crazy.
And then everybody had to have thought, what is Kevin gonna say? What is Kevin gonna
Dude.
say? What is Kevin gonna say?
And then I ran to the restroom like sometime after that, and I looked at my text, and a friend of mine was like, best Stan Lee cameo ever. And like my only response was, let me see, I'll find that shit, tell you that shit verbatim. Fuck yeah, I bet Kevin Smith is weeping at that shit. And sure enough, a day later, he puts up a picture of himself fucking crying. I was like, I knew it.
Well, look, that makes me feel better, though. At least somebody else is crying, too.
Yeah.
You know, because it's such a happy moment.
But, I mean, I don't know. You want to wrap this shit up?
Well, shit, what else are we going to talk about? That's it, right?
I mean, we spent a good time talking about Captain Marvel.
Right, the end of Captain Marvel was great.
I mean, overall, it's a fun fucking movie.
Go watch the movie. Go fucking watch it.
There wasn't a time where I was like, oh, this shit sucks. Like, it's a legit funny movie. Fucking dude, I was having fun. I was having a great time.
It's enough to make me go watch it again. And any movie that makes me go pay to go watch it again did a good job.
All right, this has been another episode of the Ruthless Villains podcast, talking about Captain Marvel, because fucking why not?
I don't even think we finished talking about Captain Marvel, but oh yeah, we did. We tied it up.
Pretty much.
We put a bow on it.
I mean, what else? Like, we talked about the end at the beginning.
That's true.
And then we started talking about the reunion of the Skrulls, and that shit didn't happen till the fucking end.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah, so this shit was all over the place. But I mean, we literally probably covered everything.
Good. Well, then subscribe, like, and share.
Yeah, all that shit.
No, fuck
and
that.
Congrats to, hold on.
Oh yeah, we got a winner. We had a contest.
Shout out to My Last Toy Shelf. He's the winner of the Mystique figure, that
The Walgreens exclusive
Marvel Legends shit.
Which I was happy they never put a Walgreens sticker on that bitch.
Dude, I was kind of bummed.
Why?
Because I like the Walgreens exclusive. That makes me feel special.
Well, but you take your toys out of the boxes.
Yeah. Oh shit! I have one of my mistakes. If you're, yes, I collect multiples of figures that I really dig. I got about 37 Wolverines, but I also make customs and shit.
You make customs.
But yeah, I have. I took the guns that came with John Bernthal Punisher and gave them to Mystique,
Did
and
you
I
really?
got her on my shelf right now with those guns. She looks fucking dope. But yeah, My Last Toy Shelf on Instagram. He's the winner of the Mystique and shit. So
thank you for listening.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for entering and shit.
Yeah, and we'll have another one soon.
Yeah. I don't know what.
How about Weapon X?
Yeah. We'll probably stick with this whole action figure shit, and
Yeah.
with all these new
With these waves coming out.
X-Men like figures dropping, so we'll probably do that. And then eventually those 80 year anniversary shits. Maybe we'll do like a retro carded Cyclops or some shit.
Oh, that'd be fucking dope.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll keep y'all updated and shit. But yes, this has been another episode of the Ruthless Villains podcast. My name is Louis.
I'm Jaime. We out of here.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Now